ever since that fight you were getting everything in order. Was there a time you were thinking about not fighting, or was it always like, I'll come back eventually, I just have to deal with some things?
No, I mean, no, I knew it was an option. I mean, I knew it was an option and everyone would understand. Everyone would understand. But, like, I didn't want to be a product of my circumstances. And I feel like there's a lot of times in my life that wasn't the case, where I let something get to me and something for me, or I didn't follow through on what I knew was my goal and what I really wanted because life happened. And it was just like, okay, that was fine before, but now I have a kid watching me. You know, I have my son looking at me, and very recently he's had an example of how to solve problems on a really negative way. And then, you know, now it's like my job to be an example of how to solve problems on a different spectrum. Like, good luck. You know, I hope I'm doing it right, but you know, that's all I have.
What was it that kind of hit you to say, all right, I'm ready now, I'm gonna get back in the gym, drive toward coming back to fight?
You know, honestly, so in January, I decided to go to Thailand because I was heavy and I was kind of feeling just crappy, and I needed to do something proactive about how I was feeling. I was hating that I was feeling the way I was feeling, and I could see that, again, my son is watching me feeling the way I'm feeling. And I was like, let's get out of here. You know, every time I go to Thailand, I train hard, I learn something new, I get inspired, I lose weight. Like, the culture is happy and the food is clean, and I'm just going to immerse myself in that for a month. And I, you know, hope to find it medicine, and I did. I came home and I wanted to keep the ball rolling, and then you know, I came home mid-February, and right after that, I've been waiting for this light bulb to go off to tell me I'm good, you know. And then I saw Miesha and Holly fight, and I was like, this show is going on without me too long, you know. And right then, I guess that was the pitchfork in the butt, like telling me to get moving and get started. And immediately I wanted to see if Miesha wanted a rematch, and she didn't, so this is what we're doing now.
What are your thoughts of Miesha as the champion?
I mean, she's a warrior. She fought to where she has. She earned it. She deserves it. I mean, this wasn't handed to her. Some of the other opportunities in life of some of ours got handed to her, but you know, I mean, she stood up and she did everything she needed to do to get there. And with that, I mean, I give her kudos. She's earned this. So,
do you see her as an evolved fighter since your fight with her?
Maybe, you know, but I never stopped training either. So when you say evolved, do you mean, like, I don't think evolved more than I have. You know, I mean, we constantly learn as we go, as long as we continue to put our nose down and get into the practices, and you know, so I imagine all of us are evolving, and it looks like, I mean, she's won every fight since me, other than to Ronda.
Did you move to San Diego, or did you just last thing? Did you move to San Diego, or are you just going down the train?
No, I wanted to do a training camp there first. I'm not sure if I'm changing up anything as far as that permanently. Right now I have kind of, you know, stuff to do on Saturday before I really start thinking of bringing on more stressful decisions like that. But, you know, I liked it, and I'm happy. And, you know, Colorado and California are very interchangeable states, so we'll see. I'm not sure.
What was that experience like training with Dominic Cruz down there?
I'm sorry?
What was the experience training with Dominic Cruz down there?
It was enlightening. I mean, like I said, having him have his funky style and it be totally okay to move and be unorthodox, and people just kind of encourage that, and he you know, he has a lot of words of wisdom. The way that he's come back from his injuries was inspiring to me. The way that he looks at fighting as real life, you know, I feel like we can all gain from that, because it's definitely applicable in any day-to-day routine, any day-to-day thing that you do. But, you know, he is specifically obviously talking about getting in the octagon. So, you know, it's very inspiring. He'd give me his 2 cents every once in a while and work with me a little bit, but for the most part, you know, it was just cool to see someone of his caliber and realize that if I want the goals and the things to achieve the things that he has, that means I need to work at that level. And so to be able to gauge myself next to him was really important.
Did he you know, him going throughout his injury outside of the octagon and coming back, did he give you any words of wisdom specifically that you remember?
Yeah, I mean, a couple of years ago, we were sitting at the UFC Expo a couple of years ago. Both of us were out for the injury, you know, and we were like, like, I know, I know, you know, and we were just kind of, I don't know, rehearsing on how crappy it was to be sidelined, you know, and watching everything go on without you. But, you know, I guess it makes you stronger.
How long did it take you to get over the loss to Ronda?
I'm not over it.
Really?
I mean, I toy right now with the thought of what's more important to me, you know, going and winning that belt or going and avenging my loss. In a perfect world, I'd go win the belt and then we could fight over the belt when it's mine. But, you know, who knows?
How often do you think of the name Ronda Rousey?
Well, because everyone probably asks me about that girl probably, you know, 4 or 5 times a day. If someone recognizes me, usually within the first couple of sentences, it's like, so what do you think of Ronda?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
If you fought again, would it be different?
Absolutely. I mean, I feel like that fight could not happen that exact way ever again. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like she couldn't even finish someone in an alley that fast, probably. You know, someone's got more fight in them than that.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, that's what happened, and people get caught. I've caught people like that before. I'm sure she's been caught like that before. It happens. You know, it's part of the sport.
What was your first reaction when you saw her lose to Holly Holm? And did you watch the fight?
I did. I watched the fight. I was at a bar in Hawaii that flew me out specifically to watch the event, and it was called Kalapaki Joe's, and it was really fun. You know, I was sad because I didn't want her to lose unless it was to me, you know, and I will honestly admit I looked past Holly on that. I know Holly hits really hard. I know that she's got that crazy strength and that endurance, and she's a very, very, very good fighter, but I just didn't see that fight going that way. And, you know, Jackson's has great game planning, so that's awesome, you know, but yeah, I was kind of bummed out. I was kind of sad, and the different reactions of people was like, it was shocking to me. Yeah.
Is there a dream of yours that like somehow Ronda gets the belt back and you get the shot again and you beat Ronda for the belt?
Well, like I said, in a perfect world, I'd have the belt and then we'd fight over it when it's mine.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
There's so many good fights this week. You know, besides your own, is there one that you're really looking forward to seeing or checking out?
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to the Cormier DC fight, or Cormier John Jones fight. Like, stylistically, I mean, I'm a wrestler. I come from a wrestling background, so you know, I love that me and Cormier came up with all the same people. We have a lot of the same mutual friends as far as the wrestling background. And then, you know, I know John Jones has a wrestling background as well, but stylistically, he's got like the Muay Thai wrestling, which is what I try to do too. So I think that's it's going to be a great fight. Their hype is crazy. You know, they're being funky, and I'm really looking forward.
And your prediction?
Oh man. Oh, I don't want to predict. I want to be entertained. Yeah.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Cat,